Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your morning is going great. Mine's been crazy because Russia versus Finland was absolutely nuts. The World Cup hype is seriously living up to its name. My expectations going into this match was not very high. I figured, it'd be somewhat close. Maybe Russia could pick up a map. But other than that, when it comes to like Linkzr, just maps that Finland was really good on yesterday against Korea, where GOATS is a really viable comp, I thought they would completely roll over Russia. Well, that didn't happen at all, guys. Russia put up an incredible fight, and it's just super surprising because we saw how well Finland did yesterday against Korea. So most of our thought process was like, all right, Finland is on the level of Korea. They played amazing. I don't think Russia or anybody else in this group can really compete with these two teams. But Russia was like, hell nah, watch this, and delivered us an absolutely incredible match. All right, so for the first part of this video, I'm gonna give like a quick overview of all the maps and why Russia should have won this, because seriously, they put themselves in the position where they could have closed out this set like 3 different times, but for some reason they just didn't. So let's go ahead and hop into that. First, they started off on Oasis. They won this one clean. They then moved on to KINGmykL, and they were ahead in this one. They had the better time bank. Sure, it was only by like 46 seconds, but they had the advantage here. They weren't able to capitalize on it, and they tied the map. This giving them a 1-0 lead in the set going into the third map, and it's a best of 4, so pretty much they only needed to win one more out of the next 2 maps, and they win no matter what. So then going into the next map, Volskaya Industries, they put themselves in such a huge advantage. They capped point A and point B with over 5 minutes left, putting Finland in a position where like they really needed to cap both points and have a decent time bank in order to compete with them. And then after Russia had this amazing attack, their defense started out perfectly. They were destroying Finland on point A defense. Finland literally struggled time after time to cap the point, and there was even one fight where it looked like Finland 100% was going to win, and Shadowburn just out of nowhere, ding ding on the Hanzo, showing that he is seriously an all-star in this game, not just on Pharah and Genji. We're going to talk more about Shadowburn later in this video, as well as Mistakes, Linkzr, and Tae-moo, because I have a lot to say about all 4 of these guys. Anyways, that team fight, Shadowburn completely popped off. He shut down Finland, and it was just like the saddest thing I ever seen. Finland's hopes looked like they were just completely crushed. It was all over. Russia's on their way to first holding. Finland finally in the last team fight was able to cap point A, and luckily they rolled into point B and capped it on their first attack. And because Finland got completely destroyed on that first point, they were only left with 2 minutes after capping point B compared to Russia's 5 minutes. So this really was Russia's opportunity to close out this match, go to BlizzCon, be in the top 8. All they had to do was repeat exactly what they did on their first point A hold. Russia literally held them all the way down to overtime. Finland was barely able to cap point A, and now they only had 2 minutes to cap it this time. Seemed like Russia was 100% guaranteed to get this first hold. Shadowburn was playing great on defense here for point A. I'll show you guys the setup a little bit later in the video, but he was just denying everything from Finland. He was shutting them down on the Hanzo, and that was another huge story for this match, guys. Hanzo and Widowmaker. And it was funny because somebody actually yesterday commented on my videos saying that Widowmaker Hanzo isn't really a viable meta anymore, and that other things are better. I mean, sure, on some rounds and some maps, other comps are better than Hanzo Widowmaker, but on most maps, Widowmaker and Hanzo are the superior comp, and they really dictate a match. And that's why I said in my video that I think Agilities and Surefour are going to be able to carry very hard against teams like USA, who don't have a strong Hanzo and Widowmaker. Because if they go unchecked, which eventually happened in this match, it's going to be brutal. And again, that's something we're going to talk about later, which involves Linkzr, Tae-moo, Shadowburn, and Mistakes. Anyways, on Volskaya, Russia wasn't able to close out once again, even though they had a 3-minute advantage, losing the map in the end to Finland, tying up the set 1-1, leaving one map left, Dorado. Winner of this map wins the set. And once again, Russia comes out on attack first. They have a blazing fast push on Dorado with over 2 minutes left. They go on to defense, and all they have to do is stop Finland from pushing. But Linkzr just showed up, and Finland, they capped all 3 points just like Russia. But once again, as history repeated itself for the 3rd map in a row, Russia had an advantage of over a minute. All Russia had to do was to have one more better push than Finland, and they can close out the series finally. But unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to close it out. They were the team that always showed up real fast but fell short near the end. It's like that saying, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You need to take your time and make sure you use all your energy throughout the entire match, not just the very beginning. Seemed like Finland might have been playing possum early on into these maps, and then later started popping popping off. I guess it just comes down to Finland being clutch and Russia kind of choking near the end every single time. So that was a quick overview for anybody who hasn't seen the actual matches. The rest of the video will be showing actual clips, more in-depth stuff, talking about specific team fights, specific players, what they did in this match, and what their future is like for the Overwatch League. And this World Cup's been pretty much insane, and this was a weird intro, but whatever guys. If you're new around here, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel to stay updated on all Overwatch World Cup news, updates, games, analysis, pretty much everything to do with the Overwatch World Cup. I'm uploading here daily, sometimes twice about the World Cup, sometimes I'll update about Overwatch League news. It's a grind out here, boys. Once again, do not forget, if you enjoy the content, drop a subscription. And now let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about specific times in this match and individual players. So I want to start off with Linkzr because I think he is the biggest reason why Finland was able to actually win this match. He definitely started to show up in the last two maps. Volskaya and Dorado were absolutely dominated by Linkzr. But prior to those two maps, Linkzr has been having a really shaky World Cup. And prior to going into Volskaya on King's Row, I was thinking, man, Linkzr needs to start performing much better for Finland if they want to win, and just overall to show that he is still a top tier player. Because yesterday against South Korea, Linkzr wasn't playing that great. He was doing like average, but the reason why it was really bad, in my opinion, he was making these huge mistakes and major positions to win fights for his team. Specifically thinking about Rialto, every single time he had a Graviton, he completely launched it out in like a 2v6 situation. Like 3 times in a row he did this. Yeah, he eventually did hit a huge Graviton at the very end, but that was more so a play from Tae-moo and Zappies. Other than that, he made huge mistakes with his Grav that entire map, and he was lucky that his team was able to come out on top. And it wasn't just these major mistakes that he was making, he also didn't look really good on Hanzo or Widowmaker. He played more Hanzo yesterday and just didn't seem all that impactful. He was also on Zarya a decent amount, and I already talked about how he was whiffing his ults every time. Obviously, when Carpe's on the map though, it's really hard to play either Hanzo or Widowmaker because he's just going to pick you off every single time you peek. And then going into the matches today against Russia, Linkzr didn't seem like he changed much up. It was still a lot of sloppy play from him. He's making bad peeks. He was clearly getting bested by Shadowburn on the Hanzo. But then we went to Volskaya, and Finland was down in the hole. The game was honestly looking over, and Linkzr started popping off on the Hanzo. He was shooting incredible Dragon Strikes out at the perfect timings, great angles. Even with the Dragon Strikes where he didn't get any kills, they were at the perfect angle where it would cut off and split the entirety of Team Russia, allowing Finland to pretty much take any position they wanted in order to dive the backline or focus the tanks down. And here we'll show a couple examples of those real quick. So what you guys will see here is 2 team fights on point B, one on their first attack, one on their second attack, where Finland really needs to cap the point or they might lose the game, and Linkzr absolutely pops off with incredible dragons. The positioning on them is perfect. Make sure to pay attention where exactly they go and how it splits up Team Russia and what happens after it. And not only the Dragon Strikes, he also hits amazing shots.
The mech there, but not going to be able to find it. Just dashing around, builds up for that Valkyrie. Shadowburn takes a lot of damage, but Linkzr can't get the finishing shot.
Very sustainable comp here for Finland.
Over to mistakes. Gets one hit in. Shao going to be knocked out of the mech. Charge forward here, Shaz. With that Transcendence up, they make their way in on the point. They try to get the cap coming through. They need this one on this push. If they can get it, at least they would have a fighting chance.
Well, this comp is just not going to run out of health anytime soon. As long as Fraggy survives here, Tae-moo's just putting off so much healing here with the left click. Shaz even holding on to some of that armor from the previous rally.
Fraggy hugging the corner, trying to keep himself alive. They nearly have the cap coming down. He'll hit the ground, barely staying in this one. The Dragon Strike now rolling through. Chao's going to be knocked out of the mix there, and that's going to be main going down. Tonic as well from the Storm Arrow. Shadowburn finds one, eliminating Tae-moo. So no armor, no rally coming in onto this fight, but he can always rejoin, and that's going to be the res coming up from Big Goose as they really try to close this one out. And they will be able to do so. So Finland, they get it on the first push. The time bank is weaker, but now they have Striker just going to be rolling down the lane looking for a pick, but not going to be finding anything. As mistakes swaps over onto the McCree, but he's getting tagged up, and Shadowburn's going to be dead. Linkzr with a Dragon Strike of his own, holding this one, waiting for that Transcendence to expire from main. Should Bill right now tosses this one straight up as well. Not going to be finding much of anything. Main just skirting around that one. Self-destruct now into the air from Xiao. Looking for a pick-off, but not going to find it. But he's still not going to make it back into the mech. Linkzr actually comes up with that one. Gets another one. His main will go down. He'll get shield bashed. However, gets taken down. Or gets stunned up. Flashbang rather from mistakes. Will set him so used to forget it being in the mix.
Yeah.
But Finland, they're actually making this one happen. The second tick's coming through. Wrecking ball coming down. Xiao pushes forward this corridor instantly in. And Zappis shuts him out as well as main with that self-destruct. Finland moving forward, looking forward in overtime. Mistakes jumps forward onto the Trace, or the Sombra, but he'll get taken down. Tonic as well with the Tracer. Shadowburn dead on the Genji. And Finland, with a lesser time bank, actually close out Volskaya here. They get the double cap in OT.
So as you guys can see, Linkzr really showing up here. The position of the Dragons really good, especially that second one. It completely split Russia off into sections. On the left side you had the tanks, on the back side you had a Zenyatta, and then on the right side you had McCree and Mercy. Because of this, none of them were able to support each other, and this let Linkzr pick and choose whoever he wanted to shoot, as well as his team diving over onto the tanks on the left side at the beginning, killing one of them, and then Linkzr picked off the Zenyatta on the back. And because of these two plays, I believe Finland was able to win Volskaya, sending it into the very last map, Dorado. And as I said earlier, Russia did put themselves in the position on Dorado to win, but Linkzr really didn't give a crap. On Dorado, he decided, I'm playing Widowmaker this time. We'll talk a little bit more about that decision later, but on Dorado, Linkzr went off on Widowmaker. Let's go and take a look at the specific moment, which was on Finland's second attack in overtime, where they were downtime and they needed to have a good push, where Linkzr single-handedly took over the game.
Stay alive. Shield regen comes in. Finland already had that miracle run on Volskaya Industries to get the double cap. Can they do something similar here on Dorado? Linkzr, he's looking to get that momentum running because he comes up with two, and Tae-moo finds another. Tae gonna be dead. Now it's gonna be nearly the team wipe coming down, and they're gonna find it. It's just gonna be that Zenyatta, and he gets taken down on the end. Finland.
Insane.
Oh my goodness.
Insane plays here by Linkzr. When he's coming in big tonight, he is coming in huge, and
feeling it, man. Constantly just getting
he's
those
sneaking.
headshots,
He has
those things
Sniper
coming down. He does. He's trying to spot him out. He's trying to get an angle here on the mistakes.
Oh my God!
Finds the shot, takes it, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. It's just going to be the body hit, but he gets made instead. Trading it up. Will be forcing out that res, you would think, but now N can't make his way over there because the Dragon Strike comes down. Tonic down to half HP. Heading around the van. Shot comes down. Mistakes is dead. Linkzr is putting Finland on his back, carrying them forward. The card just keeps charging down the street. Shadowburn finally alleviates some pressure here. I don't know why I call him Shadowburn.
Contest B is going to be such a challenge for Russia. Tonic does not have Primal Rage.
Oh my goodness.
So this could be one of the greatest overtime pushes in Overwatch World Cup history. Mistakes is dead again.
Another one. Rez is coming down. Linkzr operating inside the bank, looking for some more shots. Stakes in, Tae-moo falling low, will get topped up as Shaz goes ahead and pops that Transcend. It's 2 meters away from the completion here onto B. Down onto the back, onto the low ground here as Tonic goes into the back line. Trying to disrupt them, trying to get the kill onto Shaz, and Mistakes will be able to follow up and douse him. It's going to be the break onto the back there that even falls low, and they can't quite get it into the station. But good God, what a fantastic push here for Finland.
C9! Anyways, God, Linkzr just destroyed them. Specifically Mistakes. Oh my God, he got the hands. I'm not going to go in on Mistakes yet. We're going to talk about him a little bit later, but it was not pretty for him. Anyways, this was the final moment where everyone was like, all right, Finland's going to win this. There's no way Russia has a better attack than that with only like a minute 40. Linkzr putting Finland on his back when it matters. Amazing performance today. It started off slow and it started off really bad against Korea, but he came back, and now I'm super excited to see how well he's going to do in the future of this tournament. Maybe he had to do a little bit with nerves in the first match or so. I don't know. He's in the Overwatch League, performs all the time. Who knows what it was, but hey, he ended off on a very high note right now. We're going to see what he can do for the rest of the tournament. Now let's move on and talk a little bit about Tae-moo. This section won't be as long as the Linkzr one. I just want to mention how he played really well today on Hanzo. I was pleasantly surprised by it because he mostly played Widowmaker yesterday. And yeah, Tae-moo's flexible. He plays a lot of different heroes, but he really can't play a lot of different heroes at a super high level like he can Widowmaker / McCree. Those are like his top performers, and everything else is like, you know, a medium, average level performance. Nothing too insane, but it's not like he's trash or anything. Like, he's a good Reaper, he's a good Winston, Kappa Pride. But no, seriously, his Hanzo was actually good today when he swapped onto it. I was impressed. And at times he did get picks onto Shadowburn, he got picks onto Mistakes. And I was wondering the entire time on Dorado what made Linkzr and Tae-moo decide, hey, let's swap Widow and Hanzo, because it worked out really well for them, specifically because Linkzr popped the fuck off. And he was asked by Golden Boy in the interview after the game how come him and Linkzr decided to swap Widowmaker and Hanzo in the very last map. Let's take a look.
Reasoning behind that, like, what do you guys, I guess, talk about? Is it just like Matt, like, preference?
No, it's me and Linkzr. Basically, we both can play Hanzo and Widow. We're both pretty much the same level, but you should put the player who's feeling it on the Widow. I wasn't feeling it the first 2 maps. We kind of lost the maps because of that. So we just put Linkzr in, and it worked out.
Nice. Worked out. Okay. Okay.
All right. I guess that makes sense. It was an amazing decision because Linkzr really did carry Dorado, and Hanzo was actually a really good pick for Tae-moo there too. And let's go to move on now and talk about Mistakes. He got destroyed on the last two maps. Volskaya and Dorado were not pleasant to Mistakes. And the Widowmaker and Hanzo is something I really want to talk about for Russia, because Mistakes is not a good Widowmaker. We saw this in the Overwatch League for the Boston Uprising. Pretty much during the entirety of Stage 4, they were forcing Mistakes onto the Widowmaker, and he literally got shut down by everybody in the league. Dia was destroying him. Not to say that Dia isn't good or anything. Mistakes just wasn't winning duels against anybody. And we saw that today. Linkzr put it on him. And even Tae-moo, when Tae-moo said himself he wasn't playing that good, he still got the best of Mistakes. And yeah, that was really bad for Russia. But the silver lining here is that Mistakes was actually really good on everything besides Widowmaker today. We saw an Oasis, which we haven't really talked about at all in this video yet. He was playing the Tracer, and Mistakes' best hero is Tracer. He was popping off. With him on Tracer and Shadowburn on Genji, the dive for Russia was insane. They were killing absolutely everything with Tonic. By the way, shout out to Tonic. He played really good today as well. I was impressed. He put up a way better performance against Fraggy than Fate did. So shout out to Tonic again. But on Oasis, the dive was incredible, Mistakes looked great, and any other time that Mistakes wasn't on Widowmaker, he just looked good. He was decent on the Hanzo. Maybe not the best Hanzo, but it was much better than his Widowmaker performance. His Brigida was also good, and I really do think Russia needs to put Mistakes on Hanzo and put Shadowburn on the Widowmaker. I get it though, because Shadowburn's incredible at Hanzo. He was popping off today. It doesn't matter if it was Tae-moo or Linkzr on the Hanzo, Shadowburn was always getting the best of them. And it's also funny because when Shadowburn was on Widowmaker, he was also doing very good. He was actually going even with Linkzr on the very last map, Dorado. Shadowburn is the better Hanzo, and he's also the better Widowmaker, so it's something that Russia needs to experiment with and figure out what is best for the team, and I do think it's Shadowburn on Widowmaker. And now transitioning into Shadowburn, I want to talk a little bit more about his future in the Overwatch League, because today he had an incredible performance. He showed up on multiple heroes. It wasn't just the Genji Pharah. He definitely showed he was capable of playing Hanzo, Widowmaker, Brigida, and even Junkrat. And his Junkrat was insane. Let's go ahead and watch this one clip from King's Row where he literally single-handedly destroyed Finland and shut down their wraparound strategy that worked so well against them and Korea.
For their attack, Finland start things off. Let's see just how far they can go. The initial attack from them was absolutely wonderful. So possibly, yep, going to be looking to kite around into the Alderworth. They spot out the trap. They go ahead, burst that one down. Shadowburn up above them here. Get a lot of damage. He drops down. Gonna get a lot of damage in. Thought maybe he would get punished there, but it's not gonna happen. I highly doubt that Main is gonna get caught off guard this time.
He's playing greedier because he wants the Riptire this time that he was unable to get last time.
He's almost got it.
Yeah, and
14%.
I really like this change up in his play because he will, I think, have it no matter what here. Let's get picked in the next second.
Now he's trying to ask them. He's welcoming them onto the low ground. He's, yes, please, just trade places with me. I'll pop back up as you come down. I'll get a ton of damage in. Now he's going to have a Riptire. Draws that one out. Can they focus it down? No, but he's going to get the pop here on his Zapdos. Takes him out of the bank, and Tae-moo's going to get taken down at the same time. Follow-up from Shadowburn. Gets rid of the baby Diva. Now Fraggy going to fall. It's 3 seconds remaining. Finland have to be in onto the point as it goes into overtime, but Figures gets taken down by the concussive mine. And that should just about be it. No percentage at all on the point. Finland now have to get a full hold to try to bring us to a draw.
I don't know if Shadowburn was the one who was like, yo guys, I'm just going to play super aggro and build up this tire, or if somebody on his team told him to do it. Regardless, Shadowburn was the one who performed the actions, and it was really smart and incredible. Unfortunately, Russia wasn't able to capitalize off it and win the map. They honestly choked so many times today, but, you know, it is what it is. Shadowburn looked incredible, and I don't see him staying on the Philadelphia Fusion. I don't. The guy literally had a breakout performance today. If I was somebody in the Overwatch League looking for players, specifically in his role, I'd be like, yo, we need to offer Shadowburn a spot on our team. Look at his play. He literally performed on like 6 different heroes today at the highest level possible. We've seen clips. We've seen him in the Overwatch League. Prior to the Overwatch League, he's always been around and he's always performed. And it's not like the competition was bad today, guys. It's Team Finland. Every single one of them is from a top tier Overwatch League team, and they almost just beat Team Korea yesterday. You can literally build a roster around Shadowburn. I don't see him staying on the Philadelphia Fusion. He's going to get good offers, unless Philadelphia Fusion wants to cough up absolute bank, which I don't think they will because they have EQO. They don't need Shadowburn that bad. They can find a replacement, somebody who's not as good as Shadowburn, but who can play all those heroes, someone like Mistakes. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think Shadowburn is going to leave Philadelphia Fusion. There's no way he stays. Linkzr popped the hell off. He turned his World Cup performance around. Everything else was just amazing about today. This match came out of nowhere. I didn't think it would be this good. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like on it. Subscribe to my channel for more daily content. If you want to stay updated on anything Overwatch esports, this is your spot. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.